Greetings from the shed. Just another quick update on how things are going. A bit's changed since our last video. We've now got our overheads done, and this is our back of our trailer with a ladder rack over the top. It's welded through, and then we've got 5 uprights in total, including the corners. The 2 center ones hold the overhead so that it's all nice and strong. So yeah, this obviously will be plated with a piece of checker plate, and now we can start to see our 400mm workbench, and that our next thing of course is to extend that out. So moving forward, we've got our center, because this is 3.6 meters long, the actual toolbox. What I've done is I've put a center ladder rack there, so that sort of divides it to 1800. So no matter what happens, I can whack a door on there or whatever and secure it, and it's still going to be okay. But inside the box, because I didn't want all the weight just pinning down there, what I've done is I've just continued that down to the chassis, and I've done that on both sides. The front, exactly the same. So we've got that. Probably the only thing I do regret is I had some secondhand steel lying around just to try and save costs, and then I found out it's cheap Chinese crap, and I mean crap. But all it's doing is holding up the ceiling, so or the roof. So it's not going to be supporting much weight. The only thing that's going to be on there is just some flexible solid panels, so it'll handle that, so that's not an issue in the world. So everything runs through. In terms of where our toolboxes will go, this will work as a point where we can actually mount things to them. So yeah, she's ticking along nicely. I'll just have to organise some material for the floor very shortly. So yep. Other than that, she's all starting to get welded in. So I've picked up the panels, so it'll be getting painted in the not too distant future. I'm going to obviously have to start on doors, but yeah, the door mechanisms, they will be pinned up inside here. So the actual hinges will be mounted onto there. So when you close the door, all you'll see is the door seal here. So that way it's sealed. And just to remind everybody about what we've sort of done, let's go back to the back of the trailer. The actual roof sits down on the top rail there. So this sort of creates a gutter. So any rain or anything like that that's likely to run over here, it's so minuscule, it's not funny. So when the door opens, what I want it to open is to come back over and sit over the top of this frame here, so that the water runs off back onto the roof of the trailer. So yeah, so we're ticking along pretty nicely. I'm pretty happy with the way it's sort of coming up. All the offcuts and all that scrap that's sort of been cut down there. But yeah, eventually once we start to get it to move, we'll get all that cleaned up. So just as a reminder, we've still got our drum there, a drum hole for our water. So yeah, next thing will be obviously a floor, and we'll start working on some doors. All right, let us know what you think, what we can improve. I'll talk to you later.